this video I wanted to talk about more no, different. In this video I want to talk about Qi, more about Qi. And just like 2 weeks ago I was in a seminar, and there was I remembered one thing. When the all channeling started for me, there was like beings gave me lots and lots of information. It was at the beginning, it was really intense, and then I got so afraid of, I was like panicking all the time, afraid of it all the time, what's going on, what's happening, and it was overwhelming for me, and I got a little bit scared of all of that. But still, those experiences were really intense, like and I remember what messages they gave me. And the first messages was that everybody is starting to wake up. There has been in the universe like a green flag or a switch later on, everybody to wake up spiritually. And I understood that everybody will ascend into light, but it's not like in years. As I understood, it's like slowly in 1,000 years. But for us right now, it's really intense, in a way, like awakening. So my purpose, I asked for my purpose, or they told me the purpose is that there are groups, bunch of groups of people all around places in Latvia, like yoga classes, yoga groups, spiritual groups, you know, sort of this. And they're like, I would say, in a way, hiding. And the message that I need to give is that, in a way, as I understood from the beings, that I have understood channeling, in a way, the symptoms, because of the overwhelming channeling that I had, like as they taught me, in a way. And they gave me lots of information about how to teach channeling to others. But the main idea was that as this is, how do you say, as this information is really needed to those groups, and I'll be driving around Latvia, I'll be driving around to these groups and telling them stuff about the channeling and so on. So what I want to say is, maybe 2 years have passed, and okay, today I have channeling in one city, then in another city, then in another city, then in another city, then in Riga, 2 classes. It's like, yeah, man, but this is what I'm doing all the time. And this was funny to remember. And also they were telling me, like, I need to speak about this. I need to speak about this. I was like, no, I don't want to speak about this. They said, you need to speak about this. And I said, I don't want to speak about this. And then like week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I was like, okay, but I want it to be extremely exciting for me, and then it started to happen, and I need to speak about the thing is that what they told me is that I will be not like well known, but I would be like known, and that in some cases people on the street will like just wanted to say hi, and this many times also I have seen. So basically what I wanted to say is that much of these things from the channeling that the being said has come to true, but I didn't ask for the further like insight what will go on. But talking about the Qi, and also when the intense channeling started to happen, like let's say the third eye or the head inside the top of the head was so intensely open that I started to see and feel like auras and colors of the people's energy, and it's been like 2 years maybe since this is like really common, or it gets common enough. And the thing I noticed is the sick Qi energy. it's like I classify it as energy because people, when they start to channel, those energies start to change. Like they enter the channeling, it can turn to yellow, it can turn to white, it can expand, and so what I classify is that this is the chi energy that changes, because in the channeling, energy changes and amplifies really strongly, and channeling itself is like getting more and more energy sending through you. So instantly you can see that, and many times when I'm channeling on background where there is white, people tend to see like yellow on top of my head, yellow golden, and this is the color of Enrico. And but the story is about the chi energy, and through the channeling it amplifies. And then I started to like do my studies or like research, like something that you see one person has this kind of energy, one person has that kind of energy, and it's like what's going on? What does it mean? And I have noticed that gray chi energy, like gray color, tend to be doubts, sadness, depression, and also that feeling that nobody wants you, feeling of worthiness. And I have heard that or heard somewhere that the energy tend to stuck somewhere. For example, if you are feeling constantly unworthy, then you may have problems with your lungs, or someone worthless or something like this. And I would say yeah, but I would not say that all the time the sick chi or the feeling relates to a specific type of the organ. But what I know is that a specific type of organ resonates in a different energy. Therefore, there are energies that this organ within your body can then more closely attract to itself. So basically what I want to say is that there is a relationship with energies and organs. So, and also basically many times people, maybe they have the gray energy, but because of their own self uniqueness and unique energy of their own being, they tend to interpret it and feel it a little bit differently than other people. So basically the feeling can describe which organ or which part of your body can be sick or can cause problems, and then by the feelings you can determine to like do a research over that over that body. And also what I noticed is that the gray energy tends to be the sick chi. It doesn't mean that also many times people have the gray energy for like a week or two. It doesn't mean that you're instantly sick. It means that if you hold it long period within yourself, you can get like a disease or something related to that. And many times the chi energy, also by the intense color that you see or I see, can represent instantly what type of a problem it is. You just feel the energy, you feel the color, and you can instantly understand of what's going on, what are we talking about. So give you an example. Most likely the gray energy tends to stay in the second center and represents doubts, represents not trusting himself, represents depression. Sometimes people can tend to have this in their nerve system, affect on the nerve system, sometimes affect on their digestive system, and sometimes affect their you would say sexuality, or the sexual reproduction organ system. And one time there was a lady, the consultations that we had, and she was curious that she sees aliens come to her, and I instantly some 3 aliens came to me. Well, it's like eggheads. They look to me like eggheads. size like this, but to me they seem small. And they were experimenting and studying and seeing and researching how the energy affects human physical body. And they what they showed me is that there is a, you would say, system, like a lymphatic system, I don't know how in English, if the energy corresponds to that system, different cells start to crystallize and put an effect on the organ system. So basically what I want to say is that energy affects the system, and the aliens were researching by this lady's particular gray energy in her first center, that how this affects, and they are and many other people have this energy with them also. They said that like 8 people are with them also, that they are keeping an eye on them, how this energy affects them. Like this is like a class study, class research. I will reduce speed of the car so maybe you hear me better. And this was interesting, and also something that I've noticed also, that by keeping a specific energy within your body, like in me energy senses feelings, the energy gives an effect to us physically, and also the gray, what I would call the sick chi is the gray chi, gray color, gray fog. Fog chi, gray fog chi, and also this black. And black is simply a color of density. It's really dense energy. It's like nothing's going on there. It's like completely dense. And also black is fierce, and black is also I never even talked about black, but black is also, I don't want to show myself to you, or I want to stay away from this. And this is also an interesting color, and black is really common in many places of the universe, like separating stuff from another. Wait. So how to like get rid of this gray chi is simply be more active, simply trust, simply have more fantasies, desires, and do more action, do stuff. And the simplest way what I saw is that you need the sparkling chi, the sparkling chi, I don't know how to say in different words. And many people have this energy. Sparkling sometimes refers to sexuality, sparkling sometimes refers to really joyful person, and sometimes it refers to being in love, and sometimes it refers to that I have a truly highest excitement on something in my life. So it's basically, and also sparkling energy, especially white energy, refers to this ability to see clearly, like the third eye. And also I want to talk about is the fogged energy. Many times people have too fogged energy, and the fogged energy means that people tend to like start getting a floating feeling. They're like floating all the time. It's like, hey, what's going on? And they're like, yeah, life is beautiful, life is nice. And this is sometimes happens when people overdose in channeling, and they from a deep meditations, and this is stuff that they're doing something wrong with the meditation. I have to see specifically, but many times it's like they enter these feelings so deeply, but the fog energy also has a positive side also. So basically you would say that if there is an energy out of balance, it can cause one way or the another way. I have seen a person who gets crazy and he needs to be like taking like some pills to relax and go to sleep. He had so much this fog energy, and especially yellow, and he started to run around, scream, shout, oh, everything is so nice and beautiful, and just runs, and completely mind faded away. And we needed to catch him and like, hey, slow down. And he was what I see in that case, that person was like all this energy within himself. And this is the point, that when you receive energy, you have to let it go, let it go instantly. You don't have to keep it. And the meditation that balances your chi is the chi movement, which the video I have created, and also no thought meditations, and intensely deep no thought meditations. Focus only on the breath, and these also balance out the energy. And these exercises are here to help you, balance you, and keep you focused. And also then by doing this chi and these no thought meditations, your mind tends to work better. But it's really how you do these meditations that's important. I need to turn around. So yeah, thank you for watching, and enjoy. And the chi meditation is you just search on my channel the chi healing, or how I call it, Tai Chi. Just take a look there, and this is my interpretation, or my study or method that proved to help me. Although I did check others, chi masters, not chi masters, but others, including chi masters, that they have more specific and detailed description of this. And some of those ideas were like, yeah, this is really a nice idea. But in overall, the video which I created will, in basis, explain you how the stuff works. And I will go to have a snack. So enjoy.